So that's a groove that I heard Vinnie Colaiuta play on a drum video. It was the Zildjian Day live in New York, which is one of the first drum videos I ever saw. And I remember watching the clip when I was about 13 and having no idea what was going on. I thought it sounded very, very cool, but didn't know what it was. And probably had my own attempts at playing it, because the bass drum and snare drum is easy enough. Boom, clack, boom, clack. So then it's just a whole bunch of random sounding stuff on the rim or on the hi-hat. And I asked my drum teacher at the time and he had no idea what it was. Vinnie, on the little clip where he's speaking, is talking about odd time signatures and says that he deals with them in the same way that everybody does, which is breaking them up into 2s and 3s. But at the time that really didn't help me very much. So it is a pattern in 7, and it is essentially broken up into 2s and 3s or 4s and 3s. And it's a little bit more involved. Let's say the bass drum and the snare drum are playing quarter notes. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. And so we're going to be talking in 16th notes here. Now the pattern on the rims is in 7/8, which is 14 16th notes. And if you break down those 14 16th notes, you could have 3 4s and a 2, which is 12 plus 2, which is 14. And the first 2 4s are the 1E, 1E. Then the third 4 would be 1E and A. And then you've got 2 rest at the end. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I play that pattern over just the bass drum, it will resolve after 7 bass drums. So where I hit the crash, that was 7 bass drums had gone by, that was where the pattern was going to resolve again. So you'll see in the middle, because the bass drum is playing quarter notes, and this is playing a 7/8 note pattern, then after 7/8 notes, when you go back to the 1, you're actually on the offbeat of the quarter note. Because if you think about it, 7/8 notes is 3.5 quarter notes. So this bass drum pattern, if I play the pattern on here, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4, that's going to end and 3.5 bass drum notes will have gone by. So where I was going to play then would be the start of the next 7 notes, which starts in the middle of the 3rd quarter note and would resolve after another 3.5, which is 7 in total. I hope this is making some sense. I'll put it up on the screen so that you can follow it. So what we have then is these 7 quarter notes are divided up between the bass drum and the snare drum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's where we resolve on the next one. But this next one is on the snare drum now, because 7 means that you switch the lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the whole pattern is going to go around again before we end up back where we started. So I'll play it slowly. When I'm playing this, I'll really focus on that snare drum after 7 beats being the 1 of the next half, and so I can focus on this pattern. So I'll split between the hi-hat and the ride, and then you can really sing along to this pattern. Because the bass drum and snare drum is essentially easy once you can hear this and you feel comfortable playing it in the different places.